Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfucker.
Watch out for that tree!
What's going on, guys? James here bringing another video. Listen to me, my weekly Bad Movie Friday vid. And for this Friday, I'll be talking about a movie called George of the Jungle 1. So let's jump in the IMDb. I'll talk about the story and all that jazz. So IMDb here has a 5 out of 10 stars. I'm giving this a 2 out of 5. I remember watching this when it came out as a kid. And watching it as an adult, it's just a very stupid movie. It's an hour and 32 minutes long, and it came out in 97. So in terms of the budget, I'll talk about the story and all that jazz. Oh, I do have to say that for this one, it's Brendan Fraser that plays it. I don't know that on the tip of my tongue the name of the actor that replaces him in the second one, but he's not in the second one. So, okay. So for the budget, $55 million. Worldwide, $174 million. In the US and Canada, $105 million. No, so they tripled their money on this movie. Okay, so the story. So George of the Jungle is, at least for the first one, I saw was a live action Tarzan. The story is pretty much the exact same, but instead of a boat, the George as a baby gets lost on a plane and cargo, and he gets raised by gorillas, and only one of them can talk. And I gotta look it up here. Who plays the monkey? Real quick here. I have the cast here. If I can't find it. An ape named Ape. An ape named Ape. Okay, that's the monkey a gorilla who raises George. And the B story is there's this woman named Ursula who's about to get engaged to somebody and have a wedding, and this guy wants to see gorillas like that one guy did in Tarzan, and then she comes across George's little village that he's been living in, and the story ensues. There's like 40 minutes into the last 40 minutes of the movie is George in the city. They wanted to do it with Tarzan, but they just did it with this guy, and yeah, it's just very weird, very out there, and yeah, they're really self-aware too. Like the narrator talks back to the people. He plays like he's God because he's a narrator, so he knows he's in a movie. The characters also somehow also know that they're in a movie, and the people that are leading them to through the jungle, like the tour guides, they make fun of the people because of race stuff. I don't want to really get into it, but because it came out in the 90s, it's like racial stuff wise. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. Is George comes across this girl, she falls in love with him, and she doesn't get engaged to this one guy, which will come up in the second movie, and yeah. So I guess without repeating myself or rambling, I will show you guys the scenes I thought best represent this movie.
Whew. Okay, kids, let's settle down and review the important information. Lyle is a big doofus. Poor George was really shot but can't die because, let's face it, he's the hero. So the naturally concerned and preternaturally wealthy Ursula Stanhope whisked George off in a private jet bound for the country of his birth, where he would get the finest medical treatment available.
I'm gonna get you the finest medical treatment available.
As for those pesky, pernicious, and putrid poachers, Max and Thor, they awaited their fate in the bosom for a jail.
You two, out.
Acquitted?
No, deported.
Meanwhile, Kwame and his men faced the next to impossible task of picking out George's assailant from a lineup of the usual suspects.
Too short, too sweaty. Wait a second. That's the guy. That's the guy who shot him. I never forget a face. Me?
On the bridge. Step very cautiously. It is full of rotten planks. One false move, you could fall over. Then you would have a very long time to wave goodbye.
Don't you worry, Peanut. I was on a bridge like this in Maui. It was steady as a rock. See?
Hey, stop that! Stop that! What? Something away, watch
Don't worry, nobody dies in this story. They just get really big boo-boos. What did I tell you?
Ilikuwa kwenye daraja kama hii huko Maui, na ilikuwa imara kama mamba.
Yule jamaa ndiye fidhuli mkubwa kumwana maishani. Hebu tufikiri jambo ovu la kafanya.
Sawa mjinga wewe. Ninapenda kamera yako ya ajabu. Lakini ninapenda 35mm zaidi.
Translation, please.
He says that he likes your magic pictures, but he prefers the resolution of the Leica 35mm transparency. He also says that your lens is dirty, but he has the equipment to clean it for you.
Hey, the important thing, Quame, is that I was outnumbered.
Nahisi kuzidiwa idadi nikiwa hoi.
Absolutely.
Umetosha. Yes, kwenda wapi? Sula. Jabali tutakalopita atakuwa ameshasahaulika. Tunaenda zetu.
Sawa.
If you don't mind, Quame, I have a knack for getting the most out of my employees. Do you mind if I...
So those are the scenes that I thought best represent this movie. So I guess without further repeating myself or rambling, I will show you guys what I have in store for next week's Bad Movie Friday. Be right back again in a second, everybody.
But suddenly, the game was interrupted by an urgent bongo brand.
We will be doing the movie called George of the Jungle 2 for next week's Bad Movie Friday. So I guess with that, I'll be bringing this video to a close. This is James saying, if you like been seeing, please like and subscribe for more. This is James saying, peace. I'll let Brandon Rogers say it late from here. See you on the next one, everybody.
Out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.